This is Jane Marie.
And this is Soko.
You are now listening to the Queer Ambition Podcast.
The Queer Ambition Podcast is the only podcast celebrating rising LGBTQ professionals,
providing advice on navigating the modern workplace,
and discussing polarizing topics within the community.
Now listen up.
So we have K Black here today. K Black, thank you for joining us.
Welcome, K.
K Black is the creator and owner of 365 Fuck 28 Days, which is an upcycled, non-binary clothing, focalizing Blackness, thought, style, and statement. 365 Black Fuck 28 Days is a movement through clothing. K Black also hosts Whiskey and Yoga, a feel-good vibing experience catering to your ears, souls, and palates. And then she also is a creator and owner of Subculture, which is a brand that connects differences through creativity. So everyone, welcome K Black to the podcast.
Hey. Hello.
All right. So me and K Black, I got to tell this story about me and K Black of when I first met her, because I've known K Black for a long time. And It was some point in college, I don't know, maybe my sophomore year, might have been 19. We go to K Black's campus. K Black, where was that? New York?
CW Post, New York.
New York. Okay. Went to New York.
I already know what story you're about to tell, too.
I don't know, but I just know this was like one of the craziest night of my lives. I just remember being super annoying and asking for a lighter every 5 minutes to light up. And then K Black and us chanting it to the RAs like, "You suck! You suck!" It was just a hot mess.
Can you say like curse words and stuff on here?
Yeah, that's fine.
We were saying "you suck dick." We were punching the ceiling saying that actually. So that's what we were saying. And that was because they told us to get out of somewhere, so we had to stand up for ourselves.
Yeah. So we stood
That's what we did.
AKA K Black starting a chant and all of us following behind her. So that was my first time meeting her, but that was a long time ago. This is almost 10 years later.
Yeah, I think it's past 10 years later because you graduated almost.
Yeah. Wow. So 10 years later, we're older now, we're grown now, and I see you doing the damn thing, Subculture, 365, Whiskey and Yoga, and I think it's amazing, and we just want to bring you to the Queer Ambition Podcast and kind of celebrate that.
Yay, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Seriously, and I feel comfortable, so that's sweet.
Let's play a game. It's an icebreaker game. So we have 3 questions, and where everyone is going to answer them, all right? So once someone is done, we pass it along. We're going to start with you, Kay.
Okay.
So which 3 words describe you best?
Ooh. Oh, goodness. I'll say...
No. You need to rattle them off.
Passionate. Okay, am I ready? Okay, passionate, athletic, and driven.
All right, Jane Marie, you're next. I nominate you.
I nominate.
Indecisive.
So am I.
And worried.
Wow.
Worried? What?
I am consistently worried, and I think that's what keeps me going. Worried.
Wow. That's different. Okay. Soko, go.
Okay, all right. Me,
go.
I want to say motivated is a good one. Intense and honest.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely honest.
Yeah, maybe too
like
honest
those.
Sometimes.
I like intense. I like that you use intense.
Yeah.
I've become intense, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I've been told I'm intense. I'm like, really? Okay.
I want to see intense, K. Okay. 1 more question. 2 more questions. I'm lying. Did you ever keep a New Year's resolution? And if so, what was it?
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go.
Soko's turn, right?
Soko, you gotta go.
Me? Oh, yeah. Hell no. I've never kept a New Year's resolution. What's that? I don't even fuck those. I never keep them. K Black, you're next.
All right, so this happened to be on New Year's, right? I was like, you know what? I learned a lot of stuff this year. This year, I want to actually practice what I learned.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first time I ever consciously thought of that. So that was like in 2013. And since then I've been like, let me practice this shit. I've been learning this stuff for years. Let me practice it. So that was my resolution. Practice what you learned.
Mine is super elementary. Like, I wanted to stop biting my nails, and that was the only resolution I've ever, and I kept it at like 11 years old, and I've never bit my nails since then.
That's good though.
That was the only thing. I used to bite the shit out. Now I let my soul glow. My nails are looking.
That's good.
That's so cute.
That's a good resolution too to stand by.
Right? I thought, like, because now when I see people bite their nails, I'm like, you should really stop that. It's a bad habit. Now I look down on people that.
You started from the bottom, now you're here.
I'm up there now.
Good night.
Last question, guys.
Okay.
Now this is not professional tip. Which celebrity would you want to spend one night with, and what would you do together?
Rihanna, smoke all night and do whatever else happens.
Okay, that's mine. Fuck you.
Bye. That's why I had to go first. She
was mine too, yo.
Can we all collectively say that we just want to hang out with you?
I don't give a fuck. We can have different nights, same nights, whatever nights. I just want to be with Rihanna one night. I don't even need to have sex with her. We can just smoke, kick it, do whatever.
Okay. Right. So Soko, is that it for you? Is it Rihanna?
Really, I was going to say with Rihanna, and I want to smoke all night. But let me add, listen to music. Smoke all night.
Oh, come on.
Music. You know me,
You know, I'm gonna pick Idris Elba. Because that is zaddy. He's definitely zaddy. What we're going to do is, what am I going to do with Idris? He's going to show me around London. That's what he's going to do.
Aw, how PG-13.
Yeah, he's going to show
That's
me.
cool.
I mean, we may not end that way, but it's going to start.
That's the way it's going to start.
Yeah, that's the way it's going to start.
He seems like he'd be interested in that.
Right? I also just think that he's, fine as hell. So maybe he might be baby daddy. You never know.
He is pretty fine.
So now we're going to talk about UK, because this is the reason why we're here, is to learn more about you, is to share your story and just really provide people with like more information about how you started and where you came from. And what I like to ask you before we dive into some of the questions that we might have thought about prior was, what's so interesting to me about you is you constantly show this picture of yourself when you were homeless. And to me, that's crazy, because I would never think that anyone that I know could have ever been homeless, because one, I wouldn't have allowed it, right? I would never have allowed somebody I know to be homeless. So tell me about how you got there and why that happened to you, and then how you evolved from that.
That's so funny when you said, tell me, how did you get there, right? Because I was doing, like, when I first came to Atlanta, I started a documentary, and it was called How Did You Get Here? Yeah. And it was exploring different forms of homelessness. So introducing How Did You Get There? I guess I feel like more so is like purposeful when I look at it overall. But literally how I got there was just things happen in my life. And I guess I kind of like let it happen. And for whatever reason I did let it happen, it was a good thing that it did happen, because it was more of an experience. And then I also didn't really tell anybody. Like you say, I wouldn't let somebody I know be homeless. Like, my friends didn't know. Yeah. My girlfriend didn't know. So I just dealt with what I had going on, like, just more on my own. And I kind of embraced it more so. Like, I embraced, like, being able to be in a position I am with, like, still have motivation and drive, and then meet people on the street who are, like, homeless like me. We both don't have nowhere to go tonight. But you out here and you, like, have no inspiration or nothing. So, like, I was like, dang, let me just use this time to, like, if I'm out here at 4:00 in the morning, I know I'm covered. I know I'm protected. You know what I mean? But I wasn't always sleeping outside and stuff like that. Like, I would stay at, like, W.
Yeah. Wow.
In the lobby.
Wow. No, that's it's still amazing to me. Because I don't know if I could have gone through that. Like, those are moments, those are experiences that break people, that make or break you. And that's
definitely made me.
It definitely, yeah. And I see you everywhere all the time. You are always pushing forward and always doing something new. With 365, you are always pushing new content, new photos, new ideas, new concepts. And it's like, you can't miss it. I'm sure everyone sees it. You really can't miss it, because you're there, you're involved. So Tell me a little bit about how you started 365.
So when I had Subculture, it was really random how I was like, I want to do clothing with 365 Black attached to it. It was like we had an event called Whiskey and Yoga, and then me and my old business partner, we were trying to figure out like, oh, what are we gonna wear? And then I was like, oh, I have these ideas for what to put on 2 shirts. And then one was, we ain't working for nobody next year. And then the other one was 365 Black Fxck 28 days. And she was like, damn, I like that. And I was like, I like that too, actually. And then I was like, I really like that. And then I looked back just over who I am and over my life, like in the long run. And I was like, damn, that's always kind of been there. And then I just put it on t-shirts and then just kind of grew from there as a person. And then the brand grew.
How do you feel as a business owner, as somebody that's also in fashion, how do you feel about clutter in terms of, all right, fine, a lot of people can put something on a t-shirt, but like what separates 365 Black Fxck 28 days? What separates your idea from any other?
I think what I'm doing is authentic. I don't know what anybody else is doing, to be honest with you, but I know what I'm doing is something that I'm passionate about as a person. Like I'm passionate about like the brand focalizes Blackness, thought, style, and statement. So it's not just like, oh, 365 Black Fxck 28 days. It's more so like just things that are happening around us that people and the people that I come in contact with, some people that I know, they don't know about Move organization in Philly. Stuff like that. So that's a part of Black history that I put on my clothing, and people are like, who's this? And they want to know about the people, and they want to know about what's on there. When I put somebody like Feminista Jones on my clothing, that's like a leader right now that's alive that we don't necessarily get to like pay homage to. And then she becomes a part of history, and it's like, oh, but she's here. You know what I mean? So let's celebrate people like that while we're here. So I feel like what I do, I don't know what anyone else does. Like I said, I literally am my brand. Yeah. My friend Diamond was talking to me. She was just like, we have these like talks, and she's like, bro, you know what I love about what you do is just like, you literally are your brand. Like what you have on your clothing, and that's the conversations you have. That's the things that you do in life every day, et cetera, not just like talking about it, but like trying to move forward. I want to further educate myself so my brand can grow, and et cetera, et cetera. So I think the difference is because it's just me. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not trying to sell like a t-shirt to somebody. I don't have my stuff everywhere. You see me a lot, but I'm not trying to pop up and, hey, buy this because I want to make $1. Is like, listen to what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And wear it with pride. So when people like, I don't tag 1,000 people in my stuff. If you see it, you like it, you're going to come to me. So I want it to be more of a genuine experience, more so of a like, let me try to make money off this shirt real quick. Yeah. Or these pants. Okay. It's a movement.
So yeah, definitely a movement. And there's one thing that I saw you started putting on your shirts. I don't remember when it was, but it's one of my favorite things. And I tend to quote it a lot. So I just want to give you your props is everybody eats. Because
hey, that's not even me either, but thank you. Whatever.
I'm just saying.
That's a part of Black history too. That's like in the movie. So I forget, I don't even know, but somebody from New York obviously said everybody eats B. And we kind of just said that over time. And that's always been a part of something I've heard, but I feel that way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's enough for everybody to get some.
Right.
Just like what y'all doing. Even if you know other people doing it, it's just like you people don't know the people that you guys know and what you're doing. Like everyone has their own lane, literally.
Right. Everybody has their own lane. And
everybody eats. Exactly.
Right.
Ain't no competition.
Let's switch gears a little. Let's talk about subculture. So just like tell us what made you want to begin this.
I have anxiety. Just give me a second. I'm trying to breathe. I'm just anxious.
No problem. I worry. I get anxiety too. Don't worry.
So you feel me, right? My chest is like, and I'm trying to talk, and I'm like, let me just get my chest together.
Yeah, get your life together, boo.
All right, hold on.
I had anxiety right before this. I called J. Marie like, blah, 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 blah. Wait. What?
You feel me? I have to do my breathing treatments to get myself centered. You know what I mean? Just to get back to like, I'm cool. I'm happy, anxious, like, oh, this is exciting.
And it's wild because, and I like to talk about mental health a lot because I think that that's something we don't talk about at all in the Black community is mental health. And, someone like you, you're really confident, Kay. Like I'll talk about the first time I met you. And I might be wrong about this, Kay, because I'm usually intoxicated when I was in college.
Yeah.
So I think the first time I met you was at Nikita's house. Am I wrong about that? Nikita's apartment?
Probably. It makes sense.
Right? It was at Nikita's apartment, and you were with I think a girlfriend of your time. She was also gorgeous.
That makes sense too.
Yes, and you were wearing a black sports bra and like trunks. We were just outside in like it was summertime. It was really
I remember that.
Yeah, and you were so confident. You always came off so confident, so self-aware. But like even in all of that you've done and all that you've experienced, that you could even still be anxious during this interview with two people that is like, that's just how it goes. Like we all go through things, we all experience things.
Exactly.
But tell us a bit about Subculture. I really want to discuss all of your brands that you have going on. Tell us about Subculture and how that started and where you see it going.
Okay, hold on. Okay, Subculture was like, I was just looking at my history. I think it started in like 2015. I'm like a present person. Like I know what happened in my past, but I like to live right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was in 2015. Me and a friend from South Jersey, we lived in Atlanta together, reconnected, and we kind of just were into vintage clothing, and we started it from there. We just did like vintage clothing. We would style people locally. We did a fashion show for Cultivating Culture before. That was pretty cool. And then from then, it kind of like, we was like, let's just do events. We want to do events. So we was like, boom. All right, we had an idea for an event called Whiskey and Yoga. Boom, let's do Whiskey and Yoga. This sounds dope. Like, let's bring, because we're from up north. So we wanted to kind of give Atlanta that, like, still that good poetic feel, that, like, reggae feel, like just switch the music up. We not all trying to diss track all day, all night, you know what I mean? So we was like, let's give them something, you know what I mean? We just giving them what we had. I'm from Philly, she's originally from Philly, so we kind of just try to bring it here. It was cool, the venue was dope. We wanted to keep it real underground. And so we did Whiskey and Yoga. I've done a few of those. From there we kind of like separated. We went our separate ways. Mm-hmm. And then I started doing Whiskey and Yoga on my own. And the first one that I did by myself was an after hour.
Hour. I remember.
Yes. Yeah. You came to like everything, SoCo.
Yes.
Honestly, you came to all of everything. Seriously. The first pop-up shop that we had in Little 5 Points at the Pink Zebra.
Yes.
You came there.
Yes,
and it was, yep. Whitney, what's her name? Sorry. DJ Hourglass was DJing there.
Yes.
Yep. So, it's cool. Just, like I said, it's a brand just merging different cultures through creativity. And I just see that growing as far as me growing, me traveling, learning more. And my brand is going to grow, obviously, the more I know.
Right.
But we want to do events. I want to do Whiskey and Yoga like a monthly thing eventually. But right now, I like the way it's going.
Yeah, I feel like you've been pretty consistent. I always say, SoCo, are you going to Whiskey and Yoga? Like,
yes, every time. That Karima posted.
I love it. Seriously.
All right, so I have a random question. I'm just going to throw this out there. Which do you clean first? Your room, your desk, or your car?
Don't have a car. I would probably say my room. That's the first thing I'm around.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Makes sense.
Yep. Definitely like being clean.
All right. So, K Black, you are a jack of all trades. You kind of do a little bit of everything. Tell me something, tell us something, tell the audience something that you're not very good at and you recognize that.
Speaking, I feel like I have a speech impediment. I've never been like, no, seriously, like, SoCo.
What?
I did this screen switch and everything. Like speaking in front of people. Like the first time I really like felt like I spoke in front of people that like I didn't know, when it's not being like breaking the ice with a joke. I spoke at they had like a little protest across the street in a park. Why am I telling my location though? Anyway, they had a protest over there, and yeah, I was like, let me say something, because I feel like I don't know how to speak that well. I don't know how to speak to where I want to be. I'm comfortable with the way I talk, but I have a speech impediment. So I wanted to speak more publicly. So I'm happy that I'm having this interview tonight.
Awesome. You know, I would have never guessed that.
Neither would I. I wouldn't have said that about you.
Yeah.
Really?
No, because every time you speak with confidence. And
that's the thing, is confidence. I'm going to be confident, but that be coming out like, what? But okay. I feel what you're saying, you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I guess that goes back to like, you know, everybody, like everyone has something that they're not good at or they don't feel comfortable at. But as long as you're confident in it and you're confident that you're trying your best, other people is going to think this is something that you're the best at. And that's something that you naturally do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going off script. I'm still just thinking. So you are a vet. Okay. You are a vet. And I'm curious, how do you feel about the current political climate? And also as a queer woman yourself, you know, how do you feel about everything that's been going on? How do you feel about being a vet and representing the country, but, you know, the country may not, you know, really supporting you as a person all the time or throughout your life?
I guess that's like an everyday experience for me without being a veteran. You know what I mean? Just being, like you said, me and my skin. I don't know, because I felt that way when I was in the military, so it wasn't like a surprise, I guess. But I feel like it's trash. It's not okay. You know what I mean? It's not okay to like literally see people who are transgender serve and fight for the country, and then it's like, okay, there's a transgender ban, and it's not. And this thing is like, the political climate right now is very high, so it's like it's easily to be like, oh, okay, this is what's happening now, but it's not new. Like before, we weren't able to even be who we were in the military. I was in the military when Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed. So it's like we weren't even able to say that we were gay. It's trash. It's terrible. It's not a great thing. It's not a great feeling. But me in my life every day, I don't really involve anything else except for my bubble and what I have to do and my purpose. So I kind of am like I'm not going to say I'm stress-free, but it's not a worry of mine every day.
All right.
Not to say that I don't care, but it's just like, if you want change, you have to change. So I feel like since I've changed my view and the way I see life, it doesn't really stress me out because I know what my purpose is. If that it makes sense to me.
What is your purpose? And how do you, that's profound. What is your purpose?
I think I will say a part of my purpose, I don't know, okay, this is my exact purpose, but I know my purpose is what I'm doing. Literally, like, I'm not here to like participate in anything that anyone has put in my head to participate in. I'm myself. I'm not going to say this is who I am going to be for the rest of my life because I'm 32. When I'm 40 years old, I know I'm going to be a totally different person because I'm trying to be better every day. I'm changing the way I look at things. So I say my purpose is definitely I'm living in my purpose right now. I know I'm living in my purpose because it's really just evident in my life. I can't really explain it. And who knows, when I'm like 35, I might be doing something totally different, but I know this is my purpose right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I say, like, sometimes you need to really be present and just kind of understand what's for you right now. And I understand that this is for me right now. My ultimate purpose, who knows? But I'm living in my purpose right now. I know I am.
Wow, that's an
amazing feeling.
From your point of view, especially you live in Atlanta. If no one knows that, K-Black is in Atlanta. From your point of view, what's the most common reason people fail or give up?
Say it again.
Okay. from your point of view, what's the most common reason for people failing or giving up on an idea or something that they're working on?
Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear, that's so simple, but it's so true, is that we're powerful. Like, it's like you say confidence, like when I can confidently say that and not to be, it's like sometimes you feel like you have to tone down how confident or who you are for other people. But when it's really genuine, you know what I mean? When you feel like, I may feel like I really feel like I can do this. I don't care who tells me I can't. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing, is because you may not feel like you can really do it, or you may not feel like you can uphold like maybe all that weight at the moment. Maybe that's not even the answer, but I feel like for me, a lot of people don't feel like they can do, because I've listened to people talk and I'm like, and I'm just looking at them like, you have all of the pieces, like, bro, like my friends I'm talking about, I'm like, bro, you have all of the pieces, like you can do that no matter what, you can really do it, especially when you know someone. But a lot of people don't feel like they can do it right now, or it's always like, I don't feel like I can do it right now, can't fit into my schedule, or you know, XYZ, or people that I've come in contact with. Right. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying, and myself as well.
What do you say to those people? What do you say to those people that don't adapt, that are not able to adapt to what it is that they want to achieve? What would you say to those people?
I like to listen to people, to be honest. Like, I don't want to always have like an answer, but if someone's coming to me and telling me constantly, I'm like, I would literally show you. Like, I like to show people too. Like, if I'm speaking from experience, like, okay, someone's coming to me like, yo, I want to do this, I want to do this, and I'm like, you've been saying this for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, why don't you just try to pick it up? At least do one thing. Like, even if you just like, and even if you're saying it for a minute, I'm not going to put no time on anybody else's goals. You know what I mean? But if I see that you have all the pieces in front of you to do it, it's just like, I'm going to show you that you can do it. Like, I'm going to take you through step by step. And then I'm kind of like training wheels. I'm not like that with everybody, but if you're like my girl or something like that, my girlfriend or my friend closely, it's like, all right, bro, I really see that you can do this. Like you said, you want to start your own business. You have a lot of time. You just don't think you have a lot of time. You just don't use your time on what you want to do. You're on the phone, you're chilling. So if you wasn't chilling on the phone, you can be researching your business. You could be doing so much other stuff. So it's just like, I'll say that, that type of thing.
You're right.
No, that's
someone said that to me before. I've said it to myself. Like, I have to say that to myself. Like, okay, you got this to do today.
Yeah. What are you doing today? You know what I mean? I think it starts off with that. What are you doing today? What are you doing today to achieve that goal that's been on your list for the past year? You know? I think a lot of people are just, you know, it's scary trying to do something on your own. Society has conformed us.
It is.
That we need someone else's business or someone else to kind of lift us up when we can really do our own shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good at our own shit. You know what I mean? Yep. So it's definitely a mentality that needs to be broken. You know,
definitely.
Starting from the schools. Starting from school? We need to learn how to start our own businesses. Why am I taught to go to college?
Even before we need to learn how to start our own business, we need to learn how to like invest. Like you said, that's it. That is starting your own business. Like investing in yourself, loving yourself, being about you. You know what I mean? It's not that. It's totally not that, SoCo.
It's crazy. We have to, another one, we have to rethink everything, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That's my favorite, actually.
Yeah, rethink. We got to rethink. We got to deprogram and reprogram ourselves, you know? We are a victim of society. But so I have one last question for you here before we go into more is if you can say one thing to the people that doubted you along your journey, what would it be?
I was just listening to Kia Comedy's interview and I heard this too.
Yes.
But I liked her answer, but I won't want to say the same thing.
Like, don't be influenced. It's your.
I know. I was like, I don't want to say the same thing because I don't really feel the same way, actually.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily know how I feel because, like, that's like, yo, that's crazy because that's been in my life, my whole life, like, doubt. Like, I would just be like, make sure you just follow me on everything. Make sure you don't block me. If you want to see the journey, if you want to see the progress, and you want to see whatever, just fuck with me. I don't know what I would say, to be honest with you. Like, I guess I would just not block anybody is what I would say. I would let people just watch. I won't say anything. I would just do.
Just let them rock and watch progress.
Silence.
I would just do. That's me. I just want to do it. Fuck it. Say what you want.
I got you. Sometimes that's
not saying I've never doubted anybody before, and they just been like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? So it's life.
Kay, do you want to give any shout outs, promote anything that you have going on, your social media tags, anything you want to do?
Yes.
Are we closing out?
Website.
Yeah.
I need to hear the website. I need to hear the handles. I need to hear
all we need to know how to find you.
Okay. I do want to promote something. Aside from $20 I'm selling these shirts for, although it's not participating in the holiday season sale, they are kind of just like intertwined with a hashtag that promotes Black-owned businesses and services, and that's just what I have going on right now. And also a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm working on, but I did want to mention Rethink, and that's just a return to self movement, you know, advocating self-love, introspection, and just radiant mind and control. Reason why I wanted to say that, because I feel like Rethink is something that people can just connect to, because a lot of people may not take 365 Black Fxck 28 days. When I say that non-people of color, maybe they're not all about it. But like, I'm about people and humans at the end of the day, and I feel like a lot of us are, if we can't take it, it's because you need to deprogram what you've been taught. You know what I mean? So you can understand further why people have to have things like 365 Black Fxck 28 days.
Right.
So, other than that, my social media is at Subculture, SUBCULTURE_. I would like people haven't followed my personal page, so my other page is at 365 Black Fxck 28 days, and then my Facebook is K Black.
Yes. And if you guys didn't catch that, no worries. We will drop that right for you in that info. Wherever you look in that info. Right there. YouTube.
Right there.
iTunes, info. Google Play, info. Wherever you at. Info, boo. It's right there. Don't get lost. It's right there. So I think that's awesome. And I want to say thank you again so much. I mean, honestly,
seriously.
Hey, like when we started,
sorry.
Say what you want to say.
Yeah.
This is a special day. I'm very happy to be here.
Right. Like,
we're happy to have you.
When we started thinking about, queer ambition, me and J. Marie, it's like, what people do we want to get on the forefront of this? Like, who's our top 5 interviews that we want to talk to first?
Karima.
People that we see, people that
That's lit.
A change effortlessly. And you are so amazing. And you have a beautiful...
And y'all know me. Like, y'all know me before I had brands or anything. So that's why this interview is very authentic and special.
Right. It's just amazing. And I don't think you realize when you enter a room, what type of great energy you bring to it. And if no one has told you, I'm going to tell you now that you have a beautiful soul. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Literally, I've been watching you from afar, from up close. I know I'm out of town a lot, but we love you and keep doing the damn thing.
Thank you.
I love that so much. Oh my God, I want to hug you guys. I love that.
Virtual hugs.
I want to shout out to y'all, first of all, because it's not your first podcast. And y'all are lit. And I was telling people about this, and I wanted to keep it like sacred, like so they wouldn't know who it was. And then I'm like, so cool. And they were like, yeah, like they were so excited once I put a name to it. So like, this is dope. This is very dope. And thank you guys for giving us this platform.
Yeah, no problem at all. Well, all right, we'll talk soon. Thanks for joining us.